Yeah, you look sharp in your blue/dark green
Yeah, I was like, I guess we're
golf
going
tee.
with this. Cool.
Yeah, no turning back now.
Hello, and welcome to Tennessee Environmental Council's Eco-Challenge Award Ceremony. I'm Jimmy Welch III, and I'm on the Tennessee Environmental Council's Board of Directors, and I'm one of your MCs for tonight.
That's cool. I'm an MC as well. And if you didn't know that Tennessee Environmental Council, the acronym is TEC. And so you can call me the TE CEO. I've been with Tennessee Environmental Council for like going on 8 years. I've been CEO for 2 years, and it's really exciting to be here for our first live live cast for our Eco Challenge, the Tennessee Eco Challenge Awards right here.
Yes, sir. We're going to announce some exciting award recipients who will win some great prizes for participating in our first statewide Tennessee Eco-Challenge. Jeff, how did we do in the Eco-Challenge?
We did great, Jimmy. We did really well. Now, the Eco Challenge is something we came up with as a way to encourage people to get involved, people from across Tennessee to actually get involved in helping our environment, to improve our environment by taking simple steps every day or as often as you wanted to. And so we're announcing that tonight. Well, I will say the tagline or the theme of the Eco Challenge was "Get Involved and Get Rewarded." And so the Get Involved part took place from November 8th through December 8th. You had a 4-week period to take as many actions as you wanted, as you felt inspired to take. And you would report those actions on the online reporting form that we created. And we tallied those responses and those actions. And so that was the Get Involved part. Now, you asked how we did in the Eco Challenge.
How did we do?
The answer is we did really well for our first Eco Challenge. We had over 100 participants, 116 participants took actions over the course of the 4 weeks from across Tennessee. But what I found most exciting is that of those 116 participants, we had a lot of action steps that people took. 464 to be exact are the number of action steps that were taken in that 4-week period. And so as a result of those action steps, we and the participants, we drew a lot of, we drew some winners at random, and we're going to draw some more tonight. That's why we're here.
Awesome.
And some of those popular action steps that were taken included deleting old emails. I really like that one. That was my favorite. Saving energy at home in different ways, composting, and replacing single-use items with reusable ones. That was another really popular action step. And there were actually, we had over about 25 action steps that people could choose from, including the most popular ones I just mentioned, but many things from planting gardens, planting trees, to getting out and volunteering, making a donation, contacting elected officials. There were many steps people could choose from. And then also, we invited people to come up with their own actions. So we'll learn a little bit more about how people did in the whole challenge as we go through the presentation tonight.
Oh yeah, that sounds very exciting, Jeff. Did you participate?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I was really excited about that delete emails one. So I want to do something that was new to me that I've done a lot of the other action steps, but deleting emails I learned was actually very beneficial to the environment. So the average email, actually, when you send an email or receive one, it consumes energy to send that through the ethers, however that works. And then to have those emails stored in your inbox is using space on a hard drive somewhere in the world at a data farm. And that's taking up land and space and energy to store that. So I learned that emails consume somewhere between 4 grams or produce or contribute about somewhere between 4 grams of carbon to the atmosphere up to 50 grams of carbon, depending on the attachments and whatever's in that email. So it's not insignificant. You think about all the emails that are flying around, that it adds up. So there's a carbon impact. So I chose to delete my emails, as many as I could.
Wow.
It took some effort. I had to look at my inbox every day and the old emails and just go through and delete a bunch at a time. And
How many?
It's kind of embarrassing to admit this, but it was a lot of emails, Jimmy. Over 100,000 emails that I deleted since November 8th.
So that's why you never wrote me back.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you know,
All
it's either
good.
reply that email or save the environment. I don't know. I went with the environment on this one.
I'll take it.
I'll reply eventually. I'll get there.
I'll take it. I'll
Is
take
there
it.
anything you want to say right now or talk about?
Well, I participated in the Eco Challenge as well. It's very dear to me as well. So I composted at home, and I also registered for Tree Day. Last year's Tree Day, we'll get into that. It was a very huge success. But I planted 2 trees last year. For myself this year, I plan on dedicating a tree to a loved one this year. So I plan on planting 2 more trees for some folks that I care about.
That's great to know that you got involved, Jimmy. And of course, as you know, being a board member, you're not eligible to win the prizes tonight. We ruled out staff and board members for winning, but we encouraged our staff and board to participate and report those steps. In fact, Maris, one of our board members, who was one of our MCs a year ago, is actually out of town, so she couldn't be on the live cast tonight. But she posted a lot early in the challenge and really helped generate interest in the challenge. And she goes above and beyond. So yeah, it's good to see our board and staff involved.
Totally. Well, we love to be involved, but obviously we couldn't win. But what are some of those prizes that we have in store for today?
Oh, it's really cool. We have several prizes we're going to announce tonight. We did a weekly prize during the challenge, and now we're kind of doing the grand finale here. We have 2 random draw prizes tonight, and the prizes include some cash gift cards as well as eco-friendly products, gift certificates, and we have 3 runners up, and we also have the grand prize winner. And the second runner-up, first runner-up, and grand prize were all merit-based. Everything else is random draw. And every time you took an eco-action step, as you know, it's like putting another raffle ticket in the jar. So the more steps you take, the more chances you have to win. And so we're going to draw a couple random tonight, and we're going to announce the merit-based winners as well, who really went above and beyond. And the grand prize tonight is a $250 e-gift card, which is going to also be our Sustainable Tennessee Award winner for 2021.
I gotcha. So Jeff, are there any ways for our viewers to participate and maybe win tonight?
Yes, there is. I'm glad you brought that up, because for everybody watching tonight, you have a chance to win an exclusive prize just for being here watching live. And in order to be eligible to win that, so we know you're watching, we need you to comment in the YouTube video. Just type your name, your full name, please, and say something like, "I'm in, count me in, enter me in the drawing tonight." And if you're watching on Facebook, do the same thing in your comments there. But we appreciate you typing in your full name. And every person who puts their name in, and we're going to literally put a piece of paper in the hat. We're going to draw from the hat a little bit later tonight, near the end of our presentation, as a way to say thank you for tuning in tonight.
Awesome. Yep. And if we draw your name, you'll just need to email us at tec@tectn.org to claim your prize. And we'll remind you how to claim your prize when we announce the winner a little bit later as well.
So yeah, we do have these exciting prizes coming up, and we're actually getting ready to announce our first random draw for the night. So don't go anywhere. This is going to be a short presentation tonight. There's no commercial breaks or anything, so just stay tuned. But what do you think, Jimmy? Should we get started on that?
I think we should go ahead and get started. So let's get going and announce our first winner tonight, the 3rd runner-up. And to announce the prize and the winner, we're going to hand this over to Brandy Pruitt, TEC's Director of Communication and Development. Brandy?
Thank you, Jimmy. Gwendolyn, may I have the envelope, please? All right. So our 3rd runner-up, chosen by random draw, is Ajit Khalsa of Knoxville, Tennessee. Ajit made an awesome erosion control structure out of logs to help stabilize a hillside, in addition to taking many other actions in the Eco Challenge.
Wow, congratulations, Ajit. Thank you for participating and making a difference, and enjoy that gift card.
Yeah, and by the way, what is Ajit going to win tonight? What did Ajit win? What's the prize?
A $75 electronic gift card.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. So Ajit, enjoy that gift card for us. All the prizes tonight, during the 4-week Eco Challenge were made possible by generous support from our sponsors, and we would like to take a moment to thank those guys.
Yeah. So our sponsors of the Tennessee Eco Challenge and the live cast tonight include Piedmont Natural Gas, a longtime supporter of our work. We're going to thank Core Fund for sponsoring as well. Thank you, Mark Deutschman, a past Sustainable Tennessee Award winner and very involved in Tennessee Environmental Council for decades. Freeman Webb. We all know Freeman Webb around town. Thank you, Bob Freeman and company, for supporting our work. And Bob is actually a former chair of our board of directors. Corey Chatis are on our board of directors as well. Thank you for sponsoring. Tim Kine, thank you, a former board member as well and an active supporter of our work and often volunteers. And we have a new sponsor tonight is Ellen Russell Jacobson, MD. Thank you, Ellen, for signing up to support this. Sandy Kurtz, one of our longtime past board members, very active in the environmental community down there in Chattanooga. Erica Godwin Sad, one of our esteemed board members, as well as chairman of our board. And some great local companies and efforts that are helping our environment. Our sponsors include Recyclops, Regenerate, and Green Llama. So thank you, sponsors, for making all of this possible.
Yes,
They deserve a round of applause as well, because they are participating in many ways.
Yes. Thank you so much, sponsors. And on that vein, let's announce a couple more awards. Second and first runners up. These are going to be merit-based, which means that they are the cream of the crop, going above and beyond to improve our environment. Brandy?
Thanks, Jimmy. So the second and first runners up, both of these winners will receive a $75 electronic gift card. And these two were chosen by our judges for their exemplary Eco Challenge participation. Gwendolyn, the envelope, please. And the second runner-up prize goes to Monica G. Pretz of Brentwood, Tennessee.
Woo-woo. Way to go. Congratulations, Monica.
Great job, Monica. Brandy, what set Monica apart?
Well, Jimmy, several things. Monica signed up for Middle Tennessee Electric's Green Switch 100 program, which helps offset your energy, switching it to 100% green energy. She also purchased an induction cooktop to replace her broken gas cooktop. She participated in our recycling cart scan to make sure she's not contaminating her recycling stream. And she convinced a friend to switch to a zero waste product. Here's a picture of Monica in front of her compost pile, which she also does.
That's so great. I'll say that I had a chance to meet Monica recently. She was out at one of our volunteer events, helping clean up 7 Mile Creek, picking up litter, getting in the creek, and picking up, I think we had 19 large trash bags full of litter picked up at that event just about a week ago. So thank you, Monica, for being part of our organization. Monica and her husband are new to Nashville and new to Middle Tennessee, actually, not Nashville, but has obviously jumped right in to help our environment here. So way to make a difference, Monica.
And the next prize is our first runner-up. Gwendolyn, the envelope, please. And our first runner-up is Anna Torrance of Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations, Anna.
Congratulations, Anna.
Yeah, congratulations.
So, Brandy, what did Anna do to earn such this high honor?
Well, Jimmy, in addition to doing many of the things we suggested, she ate a plant-based meatloaf for Thanksgiving, so no turkey was harmed in the making of her Thanksgiving dinner. And she taught her students about the environmental impact of animal agriculture and the benefits of a plant-based diet. Let's hope our legislators don't ban critical food theory next.
That was very inventive, Anna. Great work. It's funny because your last name is Torrance. Well, I grew up in Torrance, California. So congratulations. That's a little side note. But, in developing the Eco Challenge, our staff came up with a whole wide range of steps, like I mentioned earlier, up to about 25 action steps that people could take to help the environment. Easy steps you can do at home or in your community. But we also left another action item or a possibility so that you could come up with things that we had not thought of yet. And So we wanted you to come up with your own ideas, and that's what Anna did. One of the reasons that one of the things that set her apart. And so there's a section in the reporting form that allowed comments for people like Anna to come up with their own ideas. And so it's really exciting to learn about what other people would come up with to help our environment. And there's even more of that, I think, coming up later in the presentation.
Absolutely. Well, let's take some time to reflect on what the Tennessee Environmental Council was able to accomplish this year, Jeff. So
We did a lot.
we have done a lot. So last December, our beloved Tennessee Environmental Council turned 50 years old. And many of you all joined us last year for our online celebration. We didn't want to rest on the accomplishments of the past 50 years and thinking to ourselves, what can we do for the next 50 years to help the Tennessee environment and work together? So since our 50th anniversary, we have hit some very important milestones. And let's take a moment to recap some of these highlights.
It's sort of like a highlight reel, but it won't look as fun as the Titans recap. It will. We have a number of things we want to share with you about what was achieved with your help. In fact, it wasn't even your help. You're the ones who achieved these things. But one of the things that I was most proud of that Tennessee Environmental Council accomplished in the past year was we were recently awarded from Center for Nonprofit Management, CNM, during their Salute to Excellence Awards for Nonprofit Management. And it was the Sustainable Practices Award presented by Piedmont Natural Gas. So there were a number of really high-performing nonprofit organizations that were finalists in this category. And so we were thrilled to have won that award. And we have a short video that was actually produced through Center for Nonprofit Management and it was presented during their awards ceremony. So we're going to show that video next. We're going to roll that. And it just showcases some of the accomplishments that you helped us achieve over the past year. We work every day with folks across Tennessee to get people involved in activities that are going to help our environment. The way to solve even the greatest of our global challenges that we face today with the environment come down to basic activities that people do every day, day in and day out. It's like composting, recycling, planting pollinator habitats, and planting trees right where they live, in their front yards and backyards, because that's where the change is going to happen. And this past year, we planted over 62,000 trees across Tennessee with about 15,000 volunteers participating. We get the word out as broadly as possible through local media, local newspapers, and social media, and we engage people from every county in Tennessee that way. When we see our events covered in local newspapers, those are successes. But most of all, when we see people posting pictures of their family with their kids planting a tree, getting their hands dirty in the environment, working with nature, supporting, giving back to nature, that's when we know we're successful. It was really an honor to be part of that whole program from Center for Nonprofit Management. And I want to remind or reiterate that award that we were so honored to receive, so excited. I was like, it felt like we had just won the Super Bowl, honestly. The Super Bowl or the Oscars, the Academy Awards. It was, we won the prize, and we were all hooting and hollering at that moment. And I appreciate Center for Nonprofit Management, CNM, for making that possible. But the award was based on efforts by you. Everyone watching here, I'm assuming, has been involved in our work in some way or another, planting the trees and the pollinator habitats, composting at home, participating in the recycle cart scans. So that's what this award is about people getting involved on a day-to-day basis across Tennessee in improving our environment. And that's key to our mission. It's our vision for the future for Tennessee Environmental Council, as well as this beautiful state that we all live in and call home, including the beautiful background behind us. That's like one of the quintessential beautiful images of Tennessee. It's people and the landscape. And we have, the name Tennessee, in fact, comes from the Native American term that means gathering place. So people are here, and there's a lot of good energy around that idea, the concept of coming together to help our environment, to help this planet. But again, I just want to reiterate that all the work we do is based on what you all are doing and telling us about and getting involved in these efforts. And so I want to thank you personally for viewing tonight, and for all those who made what we're about to show you, the milestones that we hit in the last year was an accumulation, some of them of what we had done for the past several years. So the milestones include, you want to start these off there? Or actually, I'll
we
say
can
the
go
first one.
ahead and start there. But hey, make sure that you're commenting your name in the comment section so we can qualify you to win a prize tonight. But first, let's check out this highlight tape.
One of the things we accomplished this year is we pulled out several tons of litter, trash, and items from the creeks of Tennessee. One of the new things we're doing that people love to get involved in is creek cleanup events. Several tons pulled by volunteers.
Directly from the creek. And down in Spring Hill at our showcase, Grassy Branch Stream Restoration Project, TEC participants planted 2,500 trees along the riparian zone of the creek and more. 2,200 live stakes planted along the creek banks, 2 new rain gardens installed with pollinator-friendly plants, 3 rain gardens expanded and maintained, 300 linear feet of previously unstabilized bank were stabilized, preventing future erosion, and 600 linear feet of creek bank was maintained.
In October this year, in our compost program, we have over 1,000 participants in that program. And since we launched it just a couple years ago, 3 years ago, actually, we have surpassed 100 tons of food scraps and other organic materials composted and diverted from landfills through the simple act of backyard composting. 100 tons of better topsoils for Tennessee.
That's a lot. And in our pollinator program, our hundreds of participants established more than 600 pollinator gardens across Tennessee. That's more than 75,000 square feet of new pollinator habitat.
And in the picture you see, you just saw, was one of the things we're most proud of that we launched this year is a project at Stratford STEM High School, Middle School in Middle Tennessee, larger pollinator habitat over there. And in our tree program, we do this event every year. It's called Tennessee Tree Day. It comes up in March. But we had this year more than 4,000 planting locations, all of them orchestrated by local folks in communities across Tennessee, 14,000 participants who volunteered and planted a total of 62,860 trees in all 95 counties. A phenomenal effort, which brings the total trees that we've planted, that volunteers have planted in our programs since 2015 to a grand total of 642,000 trees. And Jimmy, are there any guesses, or anybody out there, just throwing the question out there, any guesses as to how many acres of trees that 640,000 trees becomes as far as canopies go?
Sounds like a lot of football fields, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a lot of football fields. It's 7,700 acres of tree canopy that is being established through those efforts.
Wow, that's like an entire forest, capturing carbon and cooling our community and beautifying our states.
Making Tennessee even more beautiful. And hey, we're on track to do even better in 2022, which is obviously right around the corner. Tennessee Tree Day, which is going to take place on March 19th, 2022. We're going to put on the screen the how you can register right now for Tennessee Tree Day. And I want to let you know we are offering 10 trees, 10 different species of native trees, and we have 75,000 on order. So, but they will go fast. It's while supplies last. The earlier you register and order your trees and reserve them for Tree Day, the better selection you have of which species you get to plant in your yard or at your farm. And that has been open for a couple weeks, and they're going fast, I will say. What happens is you reserve the trees now, and then you will pick them up from the local pickup site in your community where you choose to pick them up from. And then you will pick them up the week before, March 19th, right around there, March 18th or 19th. It's all on the website. And then you will plant them that weekend. So you reserve them now, then you pick them up and plant them on March 18th or 19th, that whole weekend. So that's how it works. Registration is now open.
Love it, love it, love it. You guys be sure to register for Tree Day. Also,
and before you go to that, be sure to put your name again. You just said this, Jimmy, but yeah, be sure to put your name in the comments because we want you to be entered in the live drawing tonight. There are already several names in the hat. We're going to draw it from random. You're going to see it happen right here live in a few minutes. So make sure you enter your full name in the comments on Facebook or YouTube, and then make sure you say I'm in, or count me in, put me in the live drawing, whatever you want to say there, but put your full name in there as well.
Absolutely.
And back to the highlights. The last highlight of our year.
Absolutely. If someone out there loves me, put in Jimmy Welch in the comments. Maybe I can win something.
Yeah, there you go. Way to recruit.
So lastly, in our highlights from the year, our Recycled Tennessee program reached hundreds of thousands of Tennessee residents with the message of improving recycling across our state. One important way to do this is to make sure that your recycling items are clean and dry, and always check the recycling rules of your local drop-off. Adding items that are not accepted locally creates contamination. When recycling streams are contaminated, they sometimes have to toss out the entire batch into landfill. So that kind of defeats the purpose of recycling. And that's one of the reasons why it sometimes gets a bad name. So just try to make sure that all of your recycling is correct, will be accepted, is clean and dried. So we continue our service of reviewing people's recycling carts in our cart scan project. So if you would like to be involved with that, we have a fun short video recently produced on the importance of keeping contamination out of your cart.
Yeah, let's check that video out. It's a fun one. We produced.
Wow. What a great video. I think that one should have won an Oscar or Tony or something.
Yeah, and he guesses who played the recycling monster, the contamination monster. Yeah.
I couldn't tell that the damsel in distress was just played to a T.
Exactly. It was fun to produce that. We have a great team behind the scenes and in front of the camera. And so I did want to reiterate what you said earlier, Jimmy, about the contamination in the waste stream, because people go through great lengths to recycle, right? Most people understand the value of it. It creates jobs locally. It takes what otherwise is going to go into a landfill and puts it back into manufacturing, turns bottles into new bottles, glass into new glass, cardboard into new paper products, on and on and on. It's like, this is something that is alive and well in Tennessee and can get even better as we clean up our waste stream. And so many people just think they can put their aluminum cans or bottles into a plastic bag and dump it into the recycling bin. It seems like common sense, but that plastic bag is a contaminant. And that's when we hear the stories of the stuff that's taken off the recycling line and thrown to the landfill. And then people think, well, then what's the point of recycling? So when you do it right, keep it clean, rinse out those things before you put them in, make sure you're not putting the wrong items in your recycling cart, following the local regulations. The system works, and it works really well. So that's why we are always encouraging people to sign up for our cart scan, check out our website where we have all kinds of great recycling information. Wait, what was that? I think we have a special announcement. If you've entered the live cast drawing thing, it's the time where we will now draw the winner, the random draw for watching tonight. So we'll turn it back over to Brandy and Gwendolyn to draw the name from the hat.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for watching tonight. And for those of you who are watching and have entered your name in the YouTube comments, we're going to pick a winner.
So exciting.
All right. And the winner is and Yost. And you just want a $50 gift card to one of Tennessee's zero waste stores. Make sure to email us, and I will get in touch with you next week on claiming your prize. Email us at tec@tectn.org.
Hey, congratulations. Ed. How exciting.
Yeah, congratulations. I wonder if anybody put my name in there, but it's okay. We'll talk about it later. So it looks like we're almost to our grand prize. But one last thing before we get to our grand prize, I would like to start off by talking about some ways that we can actually have some last minute holiday ideas.
Oh, yeah. Some PSAs.
We do have some public service announcements, and we want to announce 3 of our eco-friendly holiday gift ideas that we have at the Tennessee Environmental Council.
Yes. Thank you, Jimmy. The first eco-friendly, the best and most eco-friendly gift idea on the planet is our Dedicate a Tree program. So you can go online. If you do this before next Friday, which is December 17th, you can order a tree to be planted for a loved one. So the tree won't come to you. You'll get a certificate. We call it a Dedicate a Tree program, and you can have a tree planted in honor of a loved one, whoever you want that to be, whoever you want to receive that gift this holiday season. If you want it by Christmas, then you must order that by next Friday if you want the certificate in time to give it to a loved one. So make sure you get on and take care of that, get it done. Like I said, it's the gift that gives back for generations, planting that tree. And it's easy to do. We'll plant the tree. Our volunteers will plant that tree somewhere in Tennessee in the coming year, in 2022. So that's our first holiday gift idea. And you can do that right now at our website, tectn.org/donate. And the Dedicate a Tree button is right there. I might say gift a tree on there. But that's our first holiday gift idea. One of the best we got.
Awesome. And second, fall and winter are ideal times to plant your pollinator garden, and the Tennessee Environmental Council makes it easy for you with seeds for your garden and instructions on how to plant it. Register at tec.org/generate some buzz to plant your garden now through April. Plant that garden now through April, and you'll be able to watch the beauty grow in your yard all summer.
Yeah, that's right. And it's like, you think, well, what do you want to put seeds in the ground when it's cold and freezing? But in fact, it is the best time to put the seeds on the ground. Carve out your garden out of your lawn or wherever you have on your property, and just put the video that you'll get will show you how to do that at the website. There's a video you can watch right now. You can register for that. But yeah, fall and winter are the best times to plant the seeds, so that they go through several cycles. They get lots of water in the rainy season, and they also go through the freeze and thaw cycle several times, quite a few times before the spring, and that's very important for that seed to germinate. There's a name, I think it's called stratification. And so that's why now is the best time to plant your pollinator garden, now through April-ish, and then you will have a robust garden next spring and all through the summer, even into the fall next year. So that's our second holiday gift idea, or thing you can do right now to help the environment and get involved.
Yes,
The
sir.
third thing.
What's third, Jeff?
Third. Well, we have actually compiled a list of the top 12 eco-friendly holiday gift ideas. Those are all on our website. And this is based on a column that I wrote for Main Street, Nashville. And it's called the 12 Ways to Green Your Christmas or Green Your Holidays. And it's on tectn.org/holidays. All kinds of great ideas. And by the way, we encourage you to go to our website anytime and make a donation. You can do that right now. The donate buttons are all over the place. And all these programs that you participate in support and allow us to continue expanding those programs. So I encourage you to make a donation to the organization so we can continue expanding all those successes that you've heard about that we've all participated in the past year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what time it is now, Jeff?
Time to green your holidays?
Now it's time for our
what
grand
time
prize.
is it?
Time for the grand prize winner.
Oh, yeah.
This
That's
was
exciting.
determined by a panel of our judges, and they will receive our annual Sustainable Tennessee Award for 2021, plus a $250 electronic gift card. The reason the judges felt this person went above and beyond for the environment and deserves our top honor is because this person took a total of 62 actions within the last month
That's incredible.
with our program. Absolutely.
That's a lot of good for the environment right there.
Listen to some of the things that they were able to pull off with this. Almost gave it away.
This person,
Their
this family.
Tennessean, yes. Some of the most notable were using cloth diapers instead of disposable ones for their daughter. They used recycled wood to build raised garden beds. They used their own alpaca and chicken manure as fertilizer for their garden, using leftover alpaca fleece and pine needles from their woods for mulch in the garden. They participated in the Tennessee Smart Yard program, replaced many single-use plastic products with reusable ones, and switched their internet browser from Chrome to Ecosia. They plant trees in developing countries.
Yeah, I've heard about that. What a phenomenal way to help the environment by something we're doing every day, right?
Absolutely. And the last thing they did was they got their produce from a local CSA as opposed to a grocery store, Jeff.
Community supported agriculture. So, wow, that's impressive list of things that this participant did that's improving our environment. So, wow. We applaud that effort. And go ahead, we can hand it over to Brandy to announce this award winner.
All right, and it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The envelope, please,
Drum roll.
Gwendolyn. And our grand prize winner of the Tennessee Eco-Challenge and our Sustainable Tennessee 2021 award is Lucy Fortune Cabrera of Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow. Congratulations,
Ooh.
Lucy and family.
Yeah,
Good work.
congratulations, Lucy. Congratulations, Lucy. As you have demonstrated this year's Eco Challenge, we all have the power. We all have the power to be the solution.
Yeah, as Lucy and her family have demonstrated, when we announce you as the winner, but you know that we all win when we help the environment. It's one for all, and so I'm thrilled to hear of all the good things that our award winners tonight have done, and of the 460 plus action steps that everyone has taken through the Eco Challenge. This is something we hope that we can redo throughout the year coming up. So just I encourage everybody to get involved and participate in our programs. I did want to take a moment to thank all of our Eco Challenge participants, because I'm inspired by what you've done. And it was a fun way to help the environment, don't you think? I hope you thought so. This is something shouldn't saving the planet be as fun as some of the other things we do on a day in and day out basis? It's important. There's nothing more important than that. So we wanted to make it more fun by offering some awards, but it wouldn't have happened without people participating like you all. We want to stay tuned. I want you to stay tuned for the next opportunities coming up from Tennessee Environmental Council, and we have plenty. We're going to mail out some stuff for everybody. And broadcast some more ideas as it gets closer to the new year. But in the meantime, please continue making the difference. Be the solution. So I did want to thank our producers, Aaron Pennington and Stuart Deming. And we got they have their PA that just started today. Chris is out there too as well with Elm Hill Studios. That's where we are here tonight. Looks like we're out in the countryside, but we're actually in a studio. And it's the Elm Hill Studios. And Stuart and Deming are high caliber. I think some of the greatest talent we have up and coming here to produce. They do all kinds of wonderful work in the online world and video production as well. And I want to thank our TEC staff. We have an incredible staff at Tennessee Environmental Council that come to work every day to help our environment, to create the programs that you are getting involved in. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and we have a really enthusiastic staff that loves what we do. And so I thank our Tennessee Environmental Council staff and our board of directors, who are all volunteer, led by Erica Godwin-Sad, our board chair, and our executive committee, the officers, Jimmy. Hey, thank you, Jimmy, for your contributions here tonight and throughout the year. Jimmy is our board secretary. We got Lloyd Baker, who is our treasurer. Rod McDaniel is our past chair, and they are our executive committee. And we have about 10 other board members as well who are volunteering to help make this the best organization we can make it. You know, we did a strategic planning process a couple years ago, And the guiding principle, the guiding question we asked was, what can we do as an organization to make the greatest impact in helping our environment? And so all the resources we get, donations, sponsorships, events like this, are all designed to get the greatest return on that investment. The time that you all put into it, we want to make sure it actually does make a difference to make the world a better place. So when you're done at the end of the day, you can walk away and say, wow, I did that. And the world does look better because I participated and I did something small.
Absolutely.
And it grows over time. So,
So donate.
yeah, there you go. Thanks for wrapping that up,
So
Jimmy.
donate.
But of course, thank you to all of our sponsors and donors who have contributed to Tennessee Environmental Council this year and are going to do before the end of the year and have contributed over the years as well. You, all the donors and sponsors and participants, you've laid the foundation to make all this work possible. And so we can see the change that we want to be in the world.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for spending your Friday night with us. Happy holidays. Good night. And we look forward to doing more work with you in this coming year.
Happy holidays from Tennessee Environmental Council.